we all outside. Cause it's a war outside. I get it on outside. You in the crib, but the war outside. I get it on outside.
I ain't have to die to meet the devil. Angels fell and landed in the ghetto. The earth was given to the hands of devils. Then we seen the rise of the devil. We fell for the lies of the devil. When we got high was the devil. I looked into the eyes of the devil. I ain't have to die to meet the devil.
I remember I was only 13 when I met the demon. Gave me a deuce and a bundle of cocaine. Told me to sell to my people, make sure you keep them fiending. If any try to shoot you, make sure that you leave them leaking. He said,
I'ma hold you down when problems pop up.
how you got me moving this dope? Want me in lockup? He said,
Don't you want the Benz vertible with the top cup?
Yeah.
Stop, bitch, and get in that kitchen. Let it rock up. Bitches love the dope boy, especially when it's guap up. I know you know Ron.
who the plug from by the block up?
I'll tell you a little secret. Make sure that you keep your mouth shut. Ron got a Lexus, crib in Philly and Texas. Trips to the Bahamas, just got a whip for his mama. He fucking up them commas, be honest, he seeing decent though.
I hear you, but I just seen Ron about a week ago. In fact, he ain't looking too good. His knees is kind of slow. I asked him why the struggle. He got stuck up for his bundle, but them 6 hollow tips in his legs what made him crumble.
At least he got a house and mama is living good.
Said the feds took it all. He right back in the hood. I see you try to play me. You gave us crack in the 80s. Made us abort our babies and making hoes out our ladies. I know you got me gravy, but Satan, you must be crazy. It's gonna take more than them cars when to amaze me. I seen niggas shoot for the stars, but being lazy. Never get their head at the clouds, so you don't faze me.
I guarantee that you gon' regret it. Remember I said it.
Nah, you could dead it.
What you saying? I can't win?
Nah, devil, nice try. So until we meet again.
I ain't have to die to meet the devil. Angels fell and landed in the ghetto. The earth was given to the hands of devils. Then we seen the rise of the devil. We fell for the lies of the devil. When we got high was the devil. I looked into the eyes of the devil. I ain't have to die to meet the devil. I ain't religious or superstitious, but we've been getting fucked and put to the side like a mistress. Police patrolling why? Because prison became a business. They murder one of ours and they start talking about forgiveness. We think that it's alright because we got public assistance. If this ain't hell, dog, what is this? Where was all lives mattered when they killed Osama? There was no peace talk like the Dalai Lama. Bush dropping bombs saying he gon' bring the drama. They got justice, man, they even caught the Boston bomber. But when we ride, they send the military and armor. When we fight oppression, then our people die a martyr. You reap what you sow, some people call it karma. When Christ return, y'all gon' get this harvest like a farmer. Don't tell me don't bring up the past no more. They still trying to settle the score with a side of Shakur. I changed my life and I'm just trying to live life right. But at night I look behind me and see flashing lights patting me down. You got nothing that's poking me right. I don't smoke or push pills, I gave up my vice. So Mr. Officer, why you wanna take my life? And your honor, why you gave our homeboy's life? I've been wondering why you shot our homeboy twice. Pussy with a gun screaming out that he got a knife. He came from Habibi's spot, it was chicken and rice. Shit's trife, I'm just giving visuals like Skype. Ask Trayvon, Mike Brown, Akai Gurley, Eric Garner, Sean Bell, Philando, Alden Sterling, Jaquan McDonald. The white man is so devilish. Ask Hammurabi, he'll tell you who the devil is. The white man is so devilish. Ask Hammurabi, he'll tell you who the devil is. I ain't have to die to meet the devil. Angels fell and landed in the ghetto. The earth was given to the hands of devils. Then we seen the rise of the devil. We fell for the lies of the devil. When we got high was the devil. I looked into the eyes of the devil. I ain't have to die to meet the devil. I ain't have to die to meet the devil. Angels fell and landed in the ghetto. The earth was given to the hands of devils. and we seen the rise of the devil. I pray for the demise of the devil. Lord knows I despise every devil. I looked into the eyes of the devil and said, I pray you die, every devil.
All right, shalom. Shalom, Israel. We're the I.S.U.P.K, okay? Started out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Under Commanding General YAHANNA, okay? This is the I.S.U.P.K Florida, Lashawan Qadash class, okay? I.S.U.P.K, we teach Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians their true biblical, history, okay? Give them back their culture. You know, what did you do before you was a slave? What language did you speak? How did you dress? Okay, these type of things. We give Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians back their culture. And, a big part of our culture is, our language. Okay, so, we didn't always speak English or French or, Spaniard, you know what I mean? So the true descendants of the Most High, his chosen people, spoke Hebrew. Okay. And that's what, we teach Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians in this class, okay? The Lashawan Qadash, the Holy Tongue, okay? So I'm Priest and Officer Isupk, okay? And, every week we come out here, like I said, and we teach Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians their culture, okay? So we're going to go ahead and get into it, okay? Lashawan Qadash, okay? Let's see. Might have to move the camera over a little bit. Let's see here. If you can see this chart over here. I don't know how good you can see it. My setup's not too good today. Let's see. Okay. But we have 22 characters in the Hebrew language, okay? 22 characters. We use those sounds, okay, to obviously just like any other language, we use those sounds to make words, okay, and to communicate, okay? This is how Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, this is how we communicate, okay, in the Hebrew, okay? So the Hebrew is read from right to left, okay, not from left to right, okay? Hebrew is read okay, read from right to left, okay, and we have, like I said, we got 22 sounds and characters that are associated with our language, okay. So I'm going to go ahead and go through all the 22 sounds, okay, and then I'll go ahead and put them up on the board so you can see them, and then we'll go ahead and move into some words, okay. So the 22 sounds that is associated with the Hebrew language, okay. You have ba, ga, da, ha, wa, za, ka, ta, ha, ka, la, ma, na, sa, I, pa, taza, kwa, ra, sha, and the tha, okay? So those are the 22 sounds that are associated in the Hebrew language. And we have, okay, so With the Hebrew, we have the ancient Hebrew, okay? And we also have the Assyrian Hebrew, okay? The Assyrian is basically a bridged language or a bridge from the Greek to the Hebrew, okay? And we started using that in our Assyrian captivity, okay? So here in the I.S.U.P.K, we teach both, okay? The ancient and the Assyrian, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and start putting those up on the board so you can see them. We'll run through the 22 sounds and characters, okay, that are associated in our language, okay? Again, we go from right to left in the Hebrew, okay? So the first sound and character is the ah, okay? That's the symbol for the sound ah. Okay? And this is the ancient Hebrew. Down here, I'm going to put the Assyrian Hebrew, the symbol in Assyrian. Different symbols, same sound, okay? Okay? That's the ah. Okay, then we have the ba, okay? The ba looks like this. Okay? Then we have the ga sound, ga. Okay? Okay? Let's see. Let me see. I don't know if you can see the board too good. Let's see what's going on here. Man. Okay, there we go. Much better. Much better. Okay. Let's see what we got going on here. Okay, that's much better. Okay. So we got the ah, ba, ga. Next is the da. Okay, the da. The da. The ancient, it looks like this. Okay. And the Assyrian, it's going to look like this. Okay. From right to left, ah, ba, ga, da. Okay. Then we're going to have the ha. Okay. The ha sound. Ha. Okay. The ha. The ha in the ancient Hebrew will look like this. Okay. And the Assyrian. Okay. Ah, ba, ga, da, ha. Okay. So next we have the wa. The wa sound. Okay. The symbol for the wa is going to look like this. Okay. That's your wa. Okay. Then we have the za sound. Za. The za. Okay. The za looks exactly how it sounds. The za. Okay. In the Assyrian, it'll look like this. Okay. Okay, that's your za sound. Then we have the ka. Okay, the ka sound. The ka in the ancient Hebrew will look like this. Okay, in the Assyrian it will look like this. Okay, the ka. Okay, and then we have the ta sound. Ta. Okay. Okay. So far we got the the ba, the ga, the da, the ha, the wa, the za, the ka, and the ta. Okay. Okay. Let's see if we can squeeze some in on the bottom here. Okay. So next up we got the ya sound. The ya. Okay. The ya is going to look like this in the ancient. The ya. Okay. The Assyrian will look like that. Okay. Okay. I'm going to take this down because I'm going to need more room to illustrate the next set of characters. Okay, so we got the ba, ba, ga, da, ha, wa, za, ka, and the ta. Okay, and the ya. Okay. Take this down and get into the rest of the characters. Okay. So I needed more room to illustrate. These next characters have a few different criteria, okay? So the next sound is gonna be the ka sound, the ka, okay? The ka, okay? The ka sound. This is the ancient symbol, and down below will be the Assyrian. This is the symbol for the ka sound, okay? Now, when we are using this language, reading and writing, okay, the ka in the Assyrian, if it lands at the end of a word, okay, it's going to look different. It's going to be a different symbol, and that symbol will look like this, okay? If the ka sound in the Assyrian lands at the end of a word, it'll look like this, okay? So the next sound is the la, okay? The la in the ancient Hebrew, okay? Then we have the la in the Assyrian symbol would look like this, okay? That's the la, okay? So the next sound would be the ma, okay? The ma sound, okay? Also with the ma in the Assyrian, okay, there's two symbols, okay? If the ma sound lands at the end of a word, the symbol will look like this, okay? If it's at the beginning or in the middle of a word, it'll look like this. Same scenario with the ka, okay? If the ka sound, if you're reading it in the Assyrian, okay, which meaning two different writings, okay? Same sounds, just two different writings, okay? In the Assyrian, if you're reading something in Assyrian, okay, and this ma sound lands at the end of the word, then you'll see this symbol. Or if you're writing it, okay, if you're writing in Assyrian, if the ma sound lands at the end of a word, you'll use this symbol, okay? Okay, so the next sound is the na. Okay, same thing with the na, okay? If the na sound lands at the end of a word, okay, you're gonna use a different symbol. It'll look like this, okay? Okay, now the next sound is the sa. The sa, okay, look like this. Okay, that's the sa. Okay, the next sound is the pa, pa. Okay, in the Assyrian, that symbol will look like this. Okay, and again, same scenario with the na, the pa. If it lands at the end of a word, you're going to use a different symbol. It'll look like this. Or you'll see a different symbol. Okay? Okay, so the next sound is the taza. Taza. Okay, same conditions with the taza. Okay, if it lands at the end of a word, you'll see this. Okay, I got that backwards, but let's see. Taza. Okay. Then we have the qua sound. The qua. Okay. Next would be the ra. The ra sound. Okay. Then we have the sha. Sha. Last but not least, the tha. Okay. Okay. Okay, so that's the 22 characters and sounds that are associated with the Hebrew. Okay. We had the ah, the ba, the ga, the da, the ha, the wa, the za, the ka. Okay, the ta and the ya. Now we're looking at the ka, the la, the ma, the na, the sa, The pa, we missed one. I. We missed the I. Okay. The I sound, which would look like this. Okay. Ka, ma, la, na, sa, pa, I, taza, kwa, ra, sha, ta. Okay. 22 sounds and characters associated with the Hebrew. Okay, I'm going to take this down and we'll go ahead and get into some words. Okay, how to read these words. I'm going to give you some words that you're going to find most commonly in the Tanakh. Okay, give you a small base to start learning. Okay, and practicing. Okay, reading these words and start to get familiar with certain words. You see them and you know how to pronounce them and you're familiar with them. Okay, I'll take this down. Get into some words. Okay, last week we started with, I gave you 10 words, okay? 10 words out of the workbook that were the most popular words, the most reoccurring words in the Old Testament, the Tanakh, the Torah, okay? Okay. So the words we went over last week was Lord, Yahweh, okay? Call, Ashar, Allah, all, Salakia, Amar, La'ah, Bun, and Ayah, okay? Also, we did the Kaya and the Haya, okay? So today we're going to get into some more words. I'm going to start with I.S.U.P.K, okay? I.S.U.P.K. I.S.U.P.K. We're doing a Syrian. It's going to be I.S.U.P.K. Okay. When we're doing the ancient Hebrew, okay, we use connectors, okay? I, okay, we have the I sound, the sh sound, and the h sound, okay? I.S.U.P.K. Okay? So we got the I, the sh, and the h, okay? Okay, so now these two sounds become one sound. This is a sound by itself. I.S.U.P.K, okay? Okay, so now that these two sounds became one sound, this is not going to look like this. It's not going to be I-S-H-A. Okay. When two sounds are connected together, you drop the last part of the last sound. Okay. So now it's going to be I-S-H-A. Now we drop the okay? We drop the okay? So now it's I-S-H-A, okay? I-S-H-A, okay? Okay, this is the ancient Hebrew. Let's write it in the Assyrian down below, okay? Okay, that's how it'll look. The Assyrian does not have connectors, but what they do use is, I forget the technical name for them, but they have dots and slashes that they put under, in the middle, or above certain characters, okay, and certain sounds to help you, to tell you how to use that sound, okay? But we're not going to teach that in here, okay? So I-S-H-A, the word I-S-H-A means make, do, okay? To make or do. Make or do. Okay. Also, it could be, okay, be done. Or make done. These four meanings could be used. The word I-S-H-A could be used to illustrate these four meanings, okay? Make, do, be done, or make done, okay? I-S-H-A, okay? Okay. So that's the first word of the night. I-S-H-A. Okay. Okay. And remember, the Hebrew is from right to left. Okay. So we'll take that one down. We'll take this down, okay? Get into the next word. Okay. Let's see. Oh, shoot. Let's see what I can do. Okay, so the next word we're going to get into, Alahaya. Okay. Allahayam. Okay. So we got the ah sound, the la, the ha, the ya, and the ma. Okay. Ah, la, ha, ya, ma. Okay. Okay, so let's go ahead and put the connectors in so we can see what's going on with this, how to put these sounds together. Okay. So the word is Allahayam, Allahayam. Okay, Allahayam. So you got the ah, okay, the la, Allahayam. Allahayam. So you got the ha, okay, Allahayam. Okay, Allahayam. Okay, let's go ahead and put it up in the Assyrian. Okay. Yeah, we got the ah, the la, the ha, the ya, and the ma. Okay, so in the Assyrian, remember what we said earlier, that ma sound, okay, if it wasn't at the end of that word, it would look like this. Okay, the ma sound, but since it is at the end of the word, now it looks like this. Okay, so you got Allahayama. No, because the ya and the ma are connected. Okay, so what do we say? We drop the last sound, part of that sound on that ma. That goes away. Okay, that goes away. Now we have yum, Allahayam. Okay, Allahayam. Okay. Which means powers. Power, or there's two types of powers. Okay, there's the most high power, and then there is powers that he ordained. Okay. Okay, so This is the most high power, and this is the powers that he put in position on the earth, okay? This is the powers that he give authority on the earth. This is the most high power, okay? Okay. Okay, so that's that. Okay. You have the by itself. The ancient Hebrew is, you know, to me is really easy to get up, you know, to understand and, you know, catch on to. Okay. Now if you were just dealing with the Assyrian, it would be a different story, because you know, you would basically have to learn how to read it according to the Jewish man's, okay, interpretation. Today, he would be called the Jewish man, and they use dots and I forget the technical name for them. They use dots and slashes to tell you how to sound out these sounds, okay? How to put these sounds together. When we don't, you know what I mean? We don't do that, because it's a bastardized version of our language, but we just learn it so we can be diverse, okay, and be able to communicate in any, you know, situation or condition, okay? Okay, so that's that. Alahaya, power, the most high power. Okay. Okay, so we'll go ahead and take that one down. Okay. So the next word we'll go ahead and get into and illustrate is going to be, let's see. Okay. Let's see. We'll get into Bawa'a. Okay. Bawa'a. The next word is Ba. Okay. Wa. Bawa'a. So we have the Ba, the Wa, and the Ah. And in this case, all sounds are separate. Okay, so you're going to sound out each sound, okay, individually. Ba, Wa, Ah. Okay. Ba, Wa, Ah. So it'll look like this if you was reading it in the English. Ba, Wa, Ah. Okay. Bawa'a. Let's see, okay. Bawa'a, which means enter, come, bring, or bring in. Okay. Okay. Bawa'a. Each sound is separate. Okay. So you'll go ahead and, if you're reading this word, pronounce each sound. Okay. Bawa'a. Okay. Which means enter, come, bring, or bring in. Okay. Okay. So we'll go ahead and take this one down. Okay. Let's see. Okay, so the next word, 1, 2, 3, the fourth word of the night is going to be, let's see, I'm going to put it up. Let's see if we can, if anybody at home can sound it out and get it. Okay. Okay, so we have the ma, the la, and the ka sound. The ka, okay? So you should be able to, you see the symbols, okay? You should be able to sound that out. Right? Am I right? Ma, la, ka. Okay. Does that look right? Okay. You got the ma, the la, and the ka. Then we have the la and the ka connected. Okay. So what does that tell us? Obviously, we have to drop this So now this is one sound. The la and the ka become connected. Okay? So now it's ma, la, k, malak, malak. Okay? It's no longer malaka because the la and the ka are connected. Okay? Malak. Now it's malak. Okay? Becomes pretty easy if you have these connectors. Okay? So I would definitely, you know what I mean, study and practice these words and write them down. Okay? Copy them and practice these words. Okay? Just practice saying the words. Okay? Malak. Okay? Amar, bun. Just practice saying these words. You write them down and just, 30 minutes a day, if you can, just practice saying the words, reading them, okay? And then you'll get used to just looking at it in the Assyrian and kind of knowing how to put it together, okay? So Malak means king, okay? The word Malak in Hebrew means king, okay? Okay. Malak means king. So let's see. If we put a different sound in front of this word, ha. Ha, Malak, which would then be Ha, Malak, which would then be the king. Okay? That's just a small example of how the Hebrew works, okay, and how sounds added or taken away changes, okay, how the word is used, okay. So Ha Malak would be the king. Just Malak is king, okay. Okay, so that's the fourth word of the night. Okay. Okay, so let's keep moving. The next word we'll put in okay. All right. I'm not going to pronounce it. I'm just going to put it up. And we'll see, you know, let you at home try to pronounce and put this word together, okay? I'm not going to pronounce it, but I'm going to put it up on the board, okay? This one, man. Okay. So we have the Ya, okay, the Sha, the Ra, the Ah, and the La. Okay. Here we go. We got the Ya, the Sha, the Ra, the Ha, the Slaki, the Ah, and the La. Now you're looking at the symbols, so it's telling you how to put these sounds together. Okay. Now I've been writing it right here. Okay. I've been writing the words right here beneath the word. Okay. And I put the little dot in the middle whenever, okay, sounds are separate or, you know, how they're supposed to be pronounced. So you can go ahead and do that, okay? And then it'll give you, you should be able to put this sound together, okay? Just by seeing the sounds that are connected or that are separate, okay? Okay, we got 5 sounds here. Ya, Sha, Ra, Ah, and the La, okay? We got 5 sounds here, okay? Some of these sounds are going to be sounded separately. Some are going to be put together, okay? Right, okay? Okay? Perfect. Yes, sir. That's it. Okay? Okay. So we got the Ya. It's by itself. Connector is pointed down. Then we have the Sha. Okay? And the Ra are connected. So it's no longer Sha-Ra. Okay? It's Shar. Okay? Shar. The Sha and the Ra are connected. They're one sound now, so it's Shar. Go ahead and knock that last part of that sound off. Then we have the Ah. Okay? And the La. These sounds are separate. Okay? Individual sounds when the connectors are down. Okay? So now we got Ya, Shar, Ah, La. okay? Yasha Allah, okay? That's how you put it together. First you separate it, Yah, Shar, Allah, then you put it together. Yashar Allah, Yashar Allah, okay? And if you're Black, Hispanic, or Native Indian, that's who you are, okay? Yashar Allah, okay? That's who we are, okay? According to the Bible, according to biblical texts, the slaves today in the earth, your forefathers were on slave ships. You are from the tribe, you are an Israelite, okay? Yasha Allah. Okay. Yasha Allah Israel. And we should be proud of that. We should want to embrace that. We should want to tell the whole world. You should want to tell the whole world who you are. You should be proud to be not an American, but you should be proud to be an Israelite, okay? Even, you know what the thing is, we don't want to stand in front of white people, Chinese people, African people, Arab people, East Indian people. We don't want to stand in front of them and say, guess what? My daddy was a slave. His daddy was a slave. My people came over here on slave ships. My people were the people that were hung on trees, burnt in the streets alive. My forefather was raped. My forefather was raped, okay? We were the people that were taken advantage of like no other people in the earth. We are the people that were like, they shamed us in front of the whole world. And they're still doing it today. They're still doing it today, okay? They shoot us in the streets. Cops are found not guilty, okay? You're on the bottom. You're in the ghettos. You know what I mean? Like, it's sad when something happens in our neighborhood and they come to our neighborhood and they talk to us. It seems like we are just the worst people on the planet, okay? That's how they portray us to the whole earth. But we should be proud, okay? We have to get to the point where we are proud to say, yes, that's who I am. Because beneath all of that, you are God's chosen people. And if you don't understand the reason why you're in this condition, then nobody else will. Well, some people will, but they're not going to proclaim it to the earth. They're not going to tell the whole earth the reason why you're in this condition is because you went against the power of the universe. Like, the white man is not the ultimate power. Our God is, okay? And if we can't we don't have enough self-esteem, because I know they beat it out of us. You know, nobody wants to be a nigga. Nobody wants to be the descendants of the slaves. But unfortunately, that's who we are. But fortunately, being that makes you God's chosen people. So what you have to do is face it, okay? Live up to it and say, I know what I have to do to get back into my position, my position in the earth where the Lord wants me to be, in rulership. He wants us to be like, everybody wants to be us, but they don't want to be us. I saw this thing on TikTok where the lady say, you know, somewhere in rural Indiana, somewhere nothing but white hicks, they come out with their Confederate flag and saying nigga, 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 but then they drive off in their cars booming Ja Rule and, you know, 50 Cent and stuff like that. We are the salt of the earth. Everybody wants to be us but us. Like, we're naturally who we are, but we don't even want to be who we are. What I'm trying to say is we have to not just, we are naturally the most talented and wonderful people on the earth. But being that, if we don't obey or abide by what our power told us to do, that word Alahayim that the word Alahayim that we went over earlier, our power. Like, there's a power. We have a power that our power is not guns or machine, you know, nuclear bombs. Our power is a God, the most high power. So we have to come back to that power in order to be able to be who we were supposed to be in the earth. And it starts with you. Right now, you're looking at me, it starts with you. You have to change your life. You have to start doing what your God said to do. And if you don't see it in your lifetime, at least you're setting it up for future generations to achieve and for us to be who we were supposed to be in the earth. Okay, we have to stop being selfish and think about somebody else besides ourselves. And when you do that, you'll find yourself having to sacrifice and live for somebody else besides yourself. And that's the hardest thing. That's one of the hardest things too, is for us to actually want somebody else to actually, you know what I mean, like be sympathetic and do something for someone else instead of everything has to be about yourself. I know things are hard at the house and you struggling this, that, and the third, but get past it, okay? Start to want to do for your brothers and sisters, okay? And you'll see it'll change your perspective, okay? It'll change. But that's all I'm trying to say. We got to come back to our God, which is learning who we are. That's a big part of it. And learning who we are is not just our language, but also how we're supposed to operate in the earth. Okay, I'll give you how you're supposed to speak, how you're supposed to talk. I give you your language. Now I got to give you also what you're supposed to eat, what you can and cannot eat, what you can and cannot wear, who you can and cannot marry. Okay, all these things I'm going to give you, and you should adhere to everything that this school, the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, teaches. Because all we're doing is teaching Black people how to get back and power in the earth. Okay, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen with us, you know what I mean, like kissing the white man's butt and becoming part of his political, okay, realm. No, it's not going to happen by us trying to shoot our way out of it. Just like in the book of Exodus, it's only going to happen when our power comes and does it for us. Okay, it's throughout that. It's all in the Bible. Black people going to slavery, our God get us out of it. We read it. We'll probably be reading it tomorrow in the Sabbath service. Okay, I think we'll be in the book of Ezekiel. Okay, we get into slavery, we get into trouble, and our God comes and get us out of it after he punished us. Our punishment was prophesied. It was said that we were going to do this and go into this punishment. And right now, it's high time for us to come up out of it because our time's up. All we got to do is just come back to the Most High God, and He'll, you know what I mean, show you that our time is up. You know what I mean? Like, it's like being in jail, in prison. You're locked up, but all you have to do is call the warden and say, hey, my time's up. You have to have good behavior for so long, you know what I mean? And then the warden, he can't do nothing but set you free. And that's where we're at right here in America today. Okay, we just have to come back to our God and say, hey, our time's up. I've been rehabilitated, okay? I don't do the things I did before I came into this captivity. I no longer eat pork, shrimp, crab, and lobster and love white people and Chinese people and African people, you know what I mean? So that's all we got to do. That's just part of what it's all one whole thing, not just the language, but you know, everything else we teach in this school. So if you're in the class, you know what I'm saying, that's what it's all about. It's not just about this language, it's about the whole 9 yards, okay? Black people doing what their power told us to do. And I know it seems like, you know, because the whole earth turned our existence into a fairy tale, turned it into a storybook, okay? That's really not the case. What the Bible says happened and is going to happen is you can bet on it, okay? You can put money on it. You can put money on it. If the Lord said it's going to happen, it's going to happen. And the Lord said that we would get out of this captivity. All we had to do was turn back to Him, okay? So now the ball's in your court, Israel. SHALAM, okay? The ball's in your court. It's time for you to step up and hit a 3, okay? Or take it to the hole. Either way, let's win this game, okay? Let's get right. Okay? All right, so we're gonna, where we at? We're gonna get into the next word. It's the 6th word of the night. Okay. This is a good word, okay? Okay. All right, we should be able to, okay, so you got the the ra, and the taza. Okay. So being in the class for, you know, a couple of weeks or whatever, a little while, how do you think this is gonna sound out? Is it gonna be ra, taza, or is it gonna be something else? Just in your own mind, thinking about how this, you know, language sounds and how, you know, how it's put together. Ah, Ra, Tazah, or is it going to be something else? What do you think? If you had to just read it, Ah, Ra, Tazah. Sounds about right, huh? Ah, Ra, Tazah. Huh? Ah, Ra, Tazah. What do you think it's going to be? Ah, Ra, Tazah. What do we think it's going to be? Okay. Ah. Okay, so we got the Ah, the Ra, and the Tazah. That look right? Ah, Ra, Tazah. Okay. Ah, Ra, Tazah. Ah, Ra, Tazah. That sound good? Ah, Ra, Tazah. La, which means no. La, no. Okay, so we got the Ah, definitely by itself, Ah. Then we got the, so what's left? The Ra and the Tazah, Ah, Ra, Tazah. Ah, Ra, Tazah. No, not Ah, Ra, Tazah. 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 Okay, then you put it together. Aratazah. Aratazah. Okay, Aratazah. It's just, you know what I mean? Like, you know, it's putting the sounds together. You got the Ah, the Ra, and the Tazah. So you can be like Ah, Ra, Tazah, or you can be like Aratazah. You got to make it flow. Aratazah. Okay. Ah, Ra, Tazah, or you can be like Aratazah. Okay. Aratazah. Okay. So that's how that would flow. Aratazah. Okay, which means earth, basically, land or country. Okay. So this word is used a lot in the Old Testament, the Torah, okay, the Tanakh. You're going to see this word a lot, okay? Okay, so just like we did earlier. Okay. We can add a sound to this. That ha at the beginning is just going to turn it into the. Okay? The ha arataza. Ha arataza. Okay, they're all separate sounds, but you got to kind of put them together. Ha arataza. Okay? That ha you want to emphasize at the beginning. Okay? Ha arataza. Okay? Which now it turns into the earth. Okay? Ha, the, arataza, earth, land, country. Ha, arataza. Okay? That word, we use that word. That word was used a lot, okay, in recording our history and, you know, our history, okay, and what we went through, because that's what the whole earth is about. That's what everything is about, land. Okay, that's even today, 2022, everything is about land. The white man wants all the land that he can get his hands on and don't want you to have an inch of land. Because if you had your own land, now you have something to sustain yourself, okay? You got land. You can grow crops. You can grow food. You can build houses, okay? You can, you know, build walls once you build your house. Build a wall, a gate, okay? You can feed your people, okay? Land is everything. Even in the book of Genesis, okay? The Lord put Adam in a certain land, okay? Everything is about land, a country, the earth, okay? That's what it's all about, you know what I mean? Like, when Christ returns, it says he's going to gather all nations and put them in their place. We're gonna gather all the people, and okay, now this land, you're over here. Okay, and you Chinese man, you're over here. Okay, African man, you're over here. We're gonna put them in their place. This is where you belong. Okay, under us, under the rulership of blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, we're gonna put them in their place. This whole thing is about land. Okay, it's always been about the earth, land. Okay. That's what it's all about. You can't survive. You can't live. You can't prosper without your own land, without, you know what I mean, without your own culture, okay? If you have to be under somebody else and live the way they tell you to live, at any moment that could change. And now you have to, you know, adapt yourself and change. Now you got to be gay. You know, tomorrow you got to be, you know, something else. And the next day you got to, because you're in his land, okay? You're under his rulership. We want our own land. We want our own country, our own earth, okay? We want to run the whole earth. We want to run the Arataza, okay? Arataza. We want to run the earth, okay? We want the earth, okay, to be under our rulership, which would be the most wonderful thing, because we are the most righteous people on the earth. I mean, most compassionate people on the earth is black people. We got, but our compassion and love right now has been totally misplaced. We give all our love to other people instead of ourselves, instead of the brother out there on the corner that's cracked out or drunk or whatever, or what's the word? What do they say? A whiner. Okay, but we give our love to everybody else but ourselves. Okay, our compassion and love is misplaced right now today in the earth. Okay, in the haratazah. Okay, our love and compassion is misplaced. We love everybody else except ourselves. Okay, we got to learn to love niggas again. It's attainable. You just have to follow what the men above you are telling you. We follow what Moses told us. That's how we got out of that captivity. We follow what Moses told us. Okay? Listen, today is just commanding General YAHANNA. You don't think it was brothers and sisters back in Moses' times? It's in the Bible. They murmured against Moses all the time, man. That Negro just does not know what he's talking about. You know what I mean? But they did it, okay? And that's how we got out of that captivity. We have to do that today. We have to do that today. We have to listen to somebody who's proven himself to be a leader. Okay, Al Sharpton has not proved himself to be a leader. The other guy? None of these black pastors have proven themselves to be leaders over black people. Commander General YAHANNA has. I've seen it with my own eyes, okay? So we just need to listen and obey, because all it is righteous guidance, okay? His brother's telling us, thus saith the Lord, okay? How many Negro preachers are saying that? They're saying, thus say the white man. Thus saith Joe Biden. Thus saith, Barack Obama. Forget that. Okay? We are on thus saith the Lord. Okay? What does the Lord say? Y'all hear it every week in class. We're in class at damn near 7 days a week. Okay? You're hearing it. Now all you got to do is do it. Okay? Do what thus saith the Lord. Do it. We've done everything else. Do what the Lord said. Try something, different. Try it, man. Okay. Okay, we got the next word coming up. Okay. Okay. Next word. Okay. So we got the Yah, the Wa, and the Ma. Again, just to point out, the Yah, the Wa, and the Ma in the Assyrian, okay? If this Ma was not at the end of this word, that's what it would look like. It would have a little slit right there, okay? But if this Ma was over here somewhere, it would have a little slit right there. Okay, this is the Ma sound. Okay? But now, since this Ma is at the end, we're going to go ahead and close that up in the Assyrian, which is what we'll be reading out of tomorrow, okay? In the Sabbath service. Okay? We'll be reading out of the Tanakh, okay? We'll be in class from 9-ish to somewhere, a little after 11 maybe. And we'll be reading the history of our people. That's what the Old Testament is. In the New Testament, what we did, what Christ did, what Peter did, what Paul did, okay? What happened, in our nation, what happened with our people, amongst the other people, okay? But it's really about us. Did we mingle with them? Okay, did we go to war with them? It's about us as a people, where we started at in the earth. It's just our timeline. It started with Adam. Our power chose Adam. Generations were formed. And the Lord said, you know what? These Negroes are just not, up to par. I'm killing everybody. Except Noah and his sons. Okay, and then the Lord said, I'm not going to do it with water ever again. So after Noah, like generations go, we got, David, and, we go into captivity. It's our history, what happened to our people, okay? How we became to be a family, a nation. It's a good story, but what you have to realize is that story is about Negroes in the ghettos today, Hispanics on the borders today, Haitians on the island today. Bible tells you how they got there, okay? How African Americans got in America today. How the Indians, tells you when the Indians came over here. It's in the Bible. It's in that book. Our history has been recorded, okay? And, our power is letting us know indisputably who we are and who we're supposed to be serving, okay? So that's that. All right, so the next word we got right here is, okay, Yah. We got the Wa and the Ma, okay? This word, once we get it interpreted, how it's supposed to sound, it's going to mean day, okay? So we got the Yah, the Wa, and the Ma, okay? Which is going to mean day. Okay, so let's go ahead and put the connectors in, and then we'll know how this word should sound, okay? So we got the Yah. It's going to be a sound all by itself, Yah, okay? Then we got the Wa, okay? It's not going to be a sound by itself. We're going to go ahead and attach that to the Ma, okay? Boom, there it is. So now you know how this word should sound. Okay, now you know how this word should sound. Okay? And that's what we, that's the whole purpose of this class, being able to understand how to read and write our language. Okay? So now we got the Yah, the Wa, and the Ma. The Yah is by itself, the Wa and the Ma is together. So now it's going to be Yah, Yahawanna. Go ahead and knock that last sound, part of that sound off. Okay, now the wa and the ma is one sound. Yahawanna. Okay. Yahawanna, which means day. Okay. Yahawanna. Okay. Which means day. We should be writing these, okay, writing these words down. So, throughout the week, you can go ahead and look at them real quick sometimes. I know we're all busy and slaving and, what they call the rat race, okay? The Lord, according to the Bible, we say this is not our rest. And that's part of the big problem with black people. I understand we've been beat down for centuries and we just want to rest. Like, nigga, I'm already slaving. I'm already got this job. I got to make sure this pig I'm stressed out. We got to fight. There's a fight in front of us. And with all our warriors resting and chilling, we can't win the fight. It's time to get up and fight. It's time to war. You know what I mean? War. It's time to get it. Okay. Okay. Yawam means day. I can give you a quick how we can, change that word. Okay, let me. If you're reading the Tanakh tomorrow, you might see this. YAHANNA. Okay? YAHANNA. Okay? The ba would just be in. Okay? The ha is either going to be the or that. So you can say in the or that day. YAHANNA. Okay, and that's how. Now, this Yawam is what we call, if it looked like this, Yawam would be the root word, okay? So now, if you're familiar with Yawam, when you see Baha Yawam, you know. You remember this word Yawam, you'll know, okay, something's going on here. Baha Yawam. Okay, you know that word Yawam. What are these sounds in front of this and characters in front of this word? How is it changing this word? Okay, and we'll get it. I'm sure we already went into that, but we'll go into it again. There's certain characters and sounds you put before a word or after a word that changes the dynamic of the word. Okay, the root word. This is the root word. The actual word is Yawam, okay? But now we've added to Yawam by saying in the or that day, okay? That's just, that's what we'll be doing tomorrow in the Sabbath service, okay? We'll be reading, okay, about Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, okay? And you'll see something like this. But you have to be able to recognize the root word, okay, to be able to break down or understand what these characters in front of it they're doing or saying, okay? So the root word is day, okay? The prepositions in front of them is the ba and the ha, okay? So it'd be Baha Yawam in that day, okay? But, this class will give you should give you a foundation to follow along tomorrow as we're reading it in the Hebrew, okay? Okay, so that's what this is all about. Yawam is the root word. Baha is just prepositions in front of that word that changes the word, okay? Or gives the word a different meaning or perspective. Okay. All right, so let's get into the next word. Hey, I want to give a big shout out to Officer Thamayam, okay, up in Jacksonville, Florida. My people, okay, he come down here every week and he war with us, okay, trying to raise up brothers and sisters down here in West Palm Beach, Florida. I can't, give enough accolades to that brother. He, traveled 4 or 5 hours each way just to come down here every week and help us war, you know what I mean? So big up to that brother, you know what I'm saying? Officer Thumber Young up there in Jacksonville, Florida. He doing the same thing. 2 for 1. He up there trying to raise up Jacksonville and coming down here and helping us raise up brothers and sisters. So true warrior in this truth for Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, okay, in the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge, okay. I just wanted to give that brother a shout out. That's my people, okay. All right, so we'll go ahead and get into the next word, okay. Next word, okay, this is a good one. I'm saying, Christ, this is a good one, okay. Okay, well, where we at? Okay, sorry, Christ. All right. Okay. So, okay, this next word is going to mean okay, man or husband. Okay. We'll probably see this somewhere in our readings tomorrow. The words that I'm putting up on the board and going over are the most used words, most common words, okay, in our language when we're reading that Old Testament, okay? The word earth is all over, the Bible. So man, the word man is all over the Bible, okay? So these are real common words. So when you see them, you should be, able to recognize them, okay? And know what it means, okay? Okay. Okay, so we got the okay, is the first sound, okay. The ya, okay, second sound, and the sha, okay. Ya, and sha, okay. Okay. Ya, and sha. Okay. Same sounds, different symbols. Ancient Hebrew, Assyrian. Okay. Okay. So let's go ahead and get these connectors installed so we can go ahead and see how this word is going to sound. Okay, we got the okay, we got the ya and the sha. Okay, what do you think? What do you think, Israel? What do we think? Okay, what sounds right? Ayasha. Okay, does that sound right? Ayasha. Ayasha. That sound right? Ayasha. See if we can make it sound a little better, a little more, make it sound like Israel. Okay. Okay. Yasha or Yash? Huh. Sound better. Ayasha, Ayash. Ayash. Okay. I'll go ahead and knock that off. Okay, so now this is one sound. Ayash. Yash. Yash. Okay? It's no longer Ayasha. Ayasha. The is gone on the end. Now it's Asha. Yash. Slakia. Ayash. Yash. Okay? Yash. Okay? Which means man or husband. Okay. So now I can put in front of a yash, I can put ma, ha. Okay, if you was watching past couple words we did, that ha in front of a word, that ha in front of a word is the or that. Okay. Now we have the ma. The ma is of or from. Okay. And then Asha is man. Okay, so now we can say from or of or from the or that man. Okay, see how we just changed that? By putting prepositions in front of, putting actions in front of the root word. Remember now, if you see this, first you have to be familiar with a yash, okay? The root word. A yash, the root word. Now, when you see ma, ha, a yash, okay, you know the root word is man or husband, okay? Now, according to the context of what you're reading, the situation is going to determine if it's, you know, like of, the, or that man, or from that or the man, okay? According to the context of what you're reading in the sentence, or, you know, the paragraph, or whatever you want to call it, okay? But this is how the Hebrew works. Okay? Every other language on the earth, okay, ascends from the Hebrew. Okay? All right. A yash is the root word. front of that, we have the Ma and the Ha. Okay? Ma, Ha, Ayash. That's how we're going to be getting down tomorrow in the Sabbath service. Okay? We're going to be rocking it out. We're going to be up in here reading this Hebrew. Okay? And I want y'all to be able to follow along and understand, you know what I mean, where we're at with it, what we're doing. Okay? So, Maha Ayash, okay, from that man, okay, of the man, whatever, however, you know, it's gonna be depending on the context of the, you know, storyline, okay. Root word is Ayash, okay. All right, so that's what we're gonna be doing tomorrow. We're gonna be rocking it out. We'll be in here. We'll be in the building. Should be getting it in. Should be going live around 9-ish, okay? 9 a.m. tomorrow. We'll be going live and we'll do a good couple hours reading about our history, okay? So, you know, listen to school. Where's it at? Okay, right here in Riviera Beach, okay? Riviera Beach, Palm Beach County. Okay, the address is 1628 Avenue E, Riviera Beach, okay? 33404. Okay, we're right here. Monday from 7 to 9, Tuesday from 7 to 9, Wednesday from 7 to 9, Friday I'm in here 7 to 9. Okay, tomorrow we'll be in the building. Saturday from 9-ish till, you know, around about 11-ish. Okay, rocking it out, reading about our history. Okay, getting into this Hebrew, you know what I mean, getting that brotherhood in, you know what I mean. So and then that's it, you know what I mean. Sunday, you know what I mean, we stand down and we go ahead and, you know, give our officers and our captains and our generals, whoever, you know, we all get a break, go ahead and rest up, you know what I mean, and get ready for the following week of warfare. You know what I mean? Like I said earlier, this is a war. This is, you know, a fight. This is work. If you are being lazy and don't want to do no work, you know what I mean? Like, how can you say you love the Lord? Because the Lord, you know what I mean? He said, you know, how do you show him that you love him? You can't, what can you do for God today, right now, to show him that you love him? What are you going to rub his feet? You're going to feed the Lord? You're going to, take him a plate of food? You're going to go visit him somewhere? No, it tells you that the only way you can, Christ said it, the way you show the Most High that you love him is by loving each other. I love you, Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indian people. I'm loving God, okay? That's how you do it. There's no other way. You know what I mean? You're going to tell me God talks to you and all you got to do is do what? Nothing? Just love yourself? Take care of yourself? No, that's not how it works, okay? Loving God is loving your brother as if you love yourself, okay? Treat your brother as yourself. That's loving God, okay? So, you know, with that, I'm going to go ahead and let y'all go ahead and you know, try to relax and enjoy the rest of your night. I.S.U.P.K, Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge, started out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under commanding General YAHANNA. We're not affiliated with any other Hebrew Israelite groups, okay? And with that, I want to say Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shabrak Thumb to the brothers, and Yahweh Shemal Alathun by Hashem Yahweh Shai to the sisters, okay? We're out of here. Y'all go ahead and, you know, take it easy, relax for the rest of the night, and, you know, get with us tomorrow. You know, like I said, we'll be going live around 9-ish. We'll be in the building probably around 8:30 or so, getting it together. So, you know what I mean? Like, if you're in the area, you want to get down with us, you know what I mean? Come on, you know, come on through, you know what I mean? And get it with us, you know what I'm saying? So with that, you know what I mean? Shalom, y'all take care. I'll see y'all next time. I.S.U.P.K.
Standing before this truth. You understand? We done took them all on and gonna continue to take them all on. Of my true love's head.
Surrounded by Edomites, lost a lot of truth to this tree of life. Open up the book just to see I'm right. Reminiscing on my ancestors, on those ships who had to plead for life. Took us to a place where ain't never safe there. Poisoning our foods and put our children up in daycare. Fresh out of slavery, still thinking that they care. Guns in the community, children can't play there. Brothers still brainwashed, we died for that same cost. Took away our history, believing that we ain't lost. Brother, I'm an Israelite, sin is like kryptonite. Brothers won't pray, no, they rob a link a chick tonight. Praises to the Most High, I ain't like most guys. Eyes on the future, but I learned from a boat ride. Tribe of Benjamin, inherited on both sides. Background Jamaican, mistreated and I know why. I'm an Israelite, die for my Israelites. Blood of the Israelites, cry for my Israelites. Going through it cause we're Israelites. Kwam Yashra Allah to all my Israelites. I'm an Israelite, die for my Israelites. Blood of the Israelites, cry for my Israelites. Going through it cause we're Israelites. Kwam Yashra Allah to all my Israelites.
Kwam Yasha Allah, sons of the power. Rise from the ghetto when Satan want us devoured. The seal of the Lord ain't found in church towers. Never dying on my knees like no coward. Want to be an Israelite, you gon' need more than fringes. You gon' need to show you approve and get in them scriptures. Oh, I forgot to mention, traumatized from the lynching. Homicide, we the victim. Homicide ain't the ending. Kids with PTSD, suffering symptoms, never getting treatment. Something he gotta sleep with. Stockholm syndrome so long, it ain't a secret. That's why I die for them brothers I'm facing east with. Cause I'm an Israelite, crackers better get it right. Visions of my enemies, death flow through my dreams at night. If your mind ain't there, then we don't dream alike. Reporting live from hell, home of Christians and Edomites.
I'm an Israelite, die for my Israelites. Blood of the Israelites, cry for my Israelites. Going through it cause we're Israelites. Kwam Yashra Allah to all my Israelites. I'm an Israelite, die for my Israelites. Blood of the Israelites, cry for my Israelites. Going through it cause we're Israelites. Kwam Yashra Allah to all my Israelites.
While they play the sidelines, comfortable on benches. Catch me on the front lines, putting work in trenches. Making sure our election, preparing for Armageddon. Mastering this profession of prophesying these lessons. Protecting our adolescents and answering all their questions. Teaching the love they reflection, no matter what the complexion. We got a common connection, a part of God's hand selection. A shot at the resurrection, through us achieving perfection. But to give life takes sacrifice. Battle demons every fight. Short days and long nights. Less sleep and more fights. More wisdom, more strife. Telling everybody that they wrong and you're right. I'm an Israelite, blood of an Israelite. I ride for my Israelites and die for my Israelites. We owe a debt cause Christ paid the price. So who ready to give their life the life of an Israelite?
I'm an Israelite, die for my Israelites. Blood of the Israelites, cry for my Israelites. Going through it cause we're Israelites. Kwam Yashra Allah to all my Israelites. I'm an Israelite, die for my Israelites. Blood of the Israelites, cry for my Israelites. Going through it cause we're Israelites. Kwam Yashra Allah to all my Israelites.
According to God, the white man is the devil.
See, I've been in here for a little minute. You know what I'm saying? And I see niggas, they like to talk a lot. They like to claim leadership. They like to claim this and that. You know what I'm saying? They like to be above what they really is and have authority. But they don't really need that authority. They don't really know what to do with that leadership. You understand? You hold hands with this boy, your ass need to stop it. Ass you to give a damn what you talk about. Don't give a fuck what you believe, nigga. Gotta stand up and serve my God. We don't pray on our knees, nigga. Yeah. See, everybody ain't with all that peace talk. Everybody ain't with all that bygone. Boy, your ass need to stop it. Ass you to profit. It's about to get serious. Boy, when they hit us with dope and kill us with crack, where the fuck with your leaders? I'm curious. He cashed out on your blood, traded you in and bought a new biz. Ask you the prophets, I tell you the scheme. If you don't wake up, you gon' die in your dreams. I say you won't won't tell you no more. I swear these crackers try to kill us slow. Just spoke to a nigga and fed he up on parole because of the COVID. It feel like the host in this world that don't go together. Know it's gold in the ghetto. I'm in the city blazing with my niggas. Just told the devil the score never settled. Yeah, see the props. So I'm tired of these niggas keep talking about, you know, you respect my religion, I respect your religion. Boy, your ass need to stop and ask you the props. You know, like we all come together. Cause you know, they say God so loved the world. God so loved the world, and know your ass need to stop and ask you the props. Don't give a damn what you talk about. Don't give a fuck what you believe. Nigga, gotta stand up to serve my God. We don't pray on our knees, nigga. Yeah. Hey, gentlemen, y'all don't pray on our knees, nigga. Gotta stand up. You know what I'm saying? Boy, your ass need to stop and ask you the props. I'm step, I'm solid for show. To the fake niggas, stay silent, I got it, let's go. Let's go. I ain't taking no loss. Ain't no talking when we got the flow. Ain't no peace, just play with your own. I'ma be loyal to the right arm. Tell them we can't keep it slate. And I can never let bygone be bygone. Got your baby mother on high, got your baby pants through the fire. Ask you the prophets, that baby soul belong to the Lord. How dare you abort it? Devil will fail you, bitch, I can afford it. I prepare slaughter, you bring me my water. Push your leaders weak, let them lies slip through their teeth. Their ass need to stop and ask you the prophets.
That's just the reality, Christians. I'm sorry to hurt your feelings. I know your pastor lied to you every Sunday for 30 years, but that's what the church is for, lying. That's why they exist, to lie the money out of your pockets.
Boy, your ass need to stop and ask you to give a damn what you talk about. Don't give a fuck what you believe, nigga. Gotta stand up and serve my God. We don't pray on our knees, nigga. We don't pray on our knees, nigga. Gotta stand up and serve my God. We don't pray on our knees, nigga.
Hey, it's Adam from StreamYard. We have an exciting new feature to announce called Green Room, which is now available only on the business plan. Green Room is a waiting area for guests to prepare with hosts and producers before they enter the studio and go live. This feature allows hosts the ability to privately video call guests in the Green Room, where they can check that a guest's camera, microphone, or shareable content is set up correctly and ready to go beforehand. Hosts can then move the guest from the Green Room to the studio, helping everyone to feel better prepared and comfortable before heading on stream. We hope you enjoy this new way to manage your guests and run your show. Happy streaming!